Hi, I'm Caleb. I'm working in the Schimmel shop this week, and today I'm going to show you how to make a glow-in-the-dark fountain pen. Hope you enjoy. Alright, I have some gold fountain pen parts, and first we have to start with the tubes by sanding them, and then painting them. And now that I have the tubes painted, I'm going to glue them into this glow-in-the-dark fiberglass. Alright, now that I have the tubes painted, glued into the fiberglass, I'm going to cut the ends so it can fit into the mold.
Just kind of be in this area here. So what I like to do is trim off the big part, right? And then cut in between the tubes. And now you can kind of have a little more access. And remember, these are curved. So we're going to kind of just cut down to the edge of this tube. We don't want to cut the metal because these will cut right through the metal.
Yep.
So if you just kind of slowly make real precise cuts, see how I'm getting up next to the metal?
Yeah.
And I'm cutting along it. And that way I cut right up next to the metal and it's a nice clean cut, but it's not cutting into the metal.
Okay.
And so this one is a little smaller, but I'm just rotating and I'm using that curve of the scissors. See that?
Yep.
See how it wants to cut out, and I'm just kind of forcing it along the edge. We got a little stray there. We can just go back and cut it off. And that's how we cut right up next to the tube.
Right.
Okay?
Alright, the tubes are in the mold, and I have the resin, and I put 4 drops of catalyst per each ounce, and I have 3.5 ounces of resin. So I put 14 drops of catalyst in the resin. Now that I've added 14 drops of resin, or catalyst, into the resin, I have to stir it thoroughly to get it throughout all of it, or it will mess up the product. Alright, now that I've thoroughly stirred it, I'm going to pour the resin into the mold. Now that I have filled the mold, we're going to put the mold into the pressure cooker thing. And for safety reasons, I'm going to have Chad do that. Now that the resin has cured, I've removed it from the mold, and now I'm going to prep it for the lathe. Alright, now that I've finished turning it on the lathe, I'm going to use these micro mesh pads to polish it up.
So Caleb, what are we putting together here?
Putting together a fountain pen.
Okay, and this is your glow-in-the-dark one?
Yep, glow-in-the-dark.
I'm going to go ahead and show you how this goes, and I'll do half and you do half.
Alright.
And we'll get it together. This is the cap.
Cap.
This is the threaded end, okay? And then you have the final, which is the top, and the clip. So basically we have to push this all together and make sure it's really straight, okay? If it starts to skew on us or bend this way or that way, we want to back it off because that means it's not lined up correctly, okay? So we're going to back this all the way up. I got a little hole in there to line the top up with. Okay, I'm going to hold that. And then as I tighten this, I'm just making sure this part and this part stay lined up. Because this...
Bend.
Yep, just watch. This, this clamp will keep it all square, okay?
Okay.
So we're just tightening it up here. Tell me how this looks.
All right, nice, even, and good.
Okay, so now this is the other end. And this is the Junior Series pen set. This is the fountain pen.
All right.
This is the front and this is the back.
Okay.
Now you probably remember when you were turning it that the back was a little narrower than the front.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
So what we can do is kind of just set that in there and then slide this coupler up.
All right.
And see if that matches. Looks pretty good, right?
Yep.
And then we'll do the same to the front. Does that look pretty good?
Yep.
Now we can unscrew the nib.
Unscrew it.
We know which part goes where. And we can unscrew this part. You don't have to take it off, but it's easier.
All right.
We want to back this up. Back that up. And then give that a little, there you go. Now I'm going to get this started so it's, I'm just going to push it in as hard as I can to get it straight. And then you tighten it up and I'll hold it. And as long as we start straight, it should be okay.
All right.
Yep, looks good right there. Okay, just go nice and slow. And it's going in perfect.
All right, keep going.
Keep going.
Gotta make sure it's all nice and good.
Okay, and that, you just want it to where this doesn't move. That's perfect.
All right, let go.
Back it up. Okay, now you can put the back on this end again. That's the back end.
Sure. Yep, there it is.
And then put your nib section on. And try the cap. Pretty darn good.
And that's how to make a fountain pen that glows in the dark.
So this glows in the dark.
I hope you enjoyed watching me make this glow in the dark fountain pen. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.